Welcome aboard the USS Enterprise, away from the usual cosmic wonder and into something wonderfully weird. Today, we dive into Season 3, Episode 8 of A Strange New Worlds, titled Four and a Half Vulcans, a title that perfectly sums up just how illogical yet hilarious this statement is. We've got Vulcan transformations, comedy chaos, and a dose of what it means to be truly human or Vulcan. I'm Lori, and this is Did You See That Show? Today, we're going to talk about this. Personally, I liked the episode. I know there's a lot of criticism, and a lot of people didn't like it. One of my main objections is that it is a 10 episode season. Now, they've tried a documentary, they've tried this, they've tried a musical. Why would you take 3 episodes of a 10 episode season just to try something? I could see 1 or 2, but yet it seems to be popular. So popular that they're going to be doing it again in next season. Now, I love all the Star Trek things. I'm not a true Trekkie, I'll admit that. I don't know everything Trekkie, but I know I like the show, and anytime I see, oh, there's a Star Trek, no matter which series it is, there's something on TV. That's just my take, and I know that some of this wasn't even logical, that within a few seconds you could transform that much, where it took the Vulcans such a long time to deal with their change from violence to logical. It just didn't follow suit. Seems to be a lot of that in this series. Again, personally, I find it very entertaining, and sometimes I don't care that much, but I think that the writers should be required to watch all the Star Treks of the past just for a little continuity. I mean, for Christ's sake, they're the writers. It should be mandatory that they at least watch all the programs before they do this prequel. So let's get on with a little bit about the show. I'm sorry about some of the rants. I tend to do that sometime. It starts off with Una's log. That sets the scene. And they're about to take a shore leave. And Una plans on staying aboard. Meanwhile, Land senses something's up between Una and Spock during a bridge debriefing tension type of excuse that they've used. But all right, I'll take that. Then the twist. Vulcan High Command needs the help of to help on Tazar, a pre-warp world experiencing a catastrophic nuclear malfunction. Prime directive risk, high solution. The crew must actually become Vulcans to, to do this mission. And there's a serum developed by Chapel and Spock that will do this. And they take the shot and instantly fall on the floor, rise up, and suddenly they're Vulcan. New hairstyles and everything. Looked a little cartoonish to me, but then again, I think I'm just being a little bit critical. Pike, number 1, Uhuru and Chapel undergo the serum transformation. And like I said, suddenly physically and psychologically altered. The crew performs the mission with Vulcan logic and perfection. But afterwards, that's when the trouble begins. The serum to revert them doesn't work. They remain Vulcan, emotionless, brutally logical, and socially abrasive, and it wreaks havoc on the ship. Observers note even crying, foul play, emotionless, and logic is more data than Vulcan, and even prejudice towards Spock. I know he's only half Vulcan, but really? Prejudice against Spock, one of the main characters? Cute for the title, maybe one little mention, but in my opinion, that should have been it. Spock and number 1 are deeply unsettled. Spock in particular, because now he's barely Vulcan in other eyes. In contrast, Kirk and Scotty, on shore leave, unexpectedly arrive aboard. Their scenes crack some of the episode's funniest moments as they confront a ship where everyone's gone Vulcan. Their bro-style bonding is definitely a highlight. Chapel works to fix the serum, but as time passes, the transform crew grows uncomfortable as Vulcan appreciation and enhanced physical and psychological traits and hesitation become more obvious to humans. Spock notes that Vulcan Katra, or the soul, remains unaffected. This gives Una an idea. She reaches out to her former flame, a Vulcan Katra expert named Doug, for help. Eventually, with Doug's aid and Spock's logic, the group is speeded back to humanity. Everyone returns to themselves. Crew dynamics reunite. What was lost in transformation has been restored, but not without cost or reflection. Critics were mixed on this. Many found the episode anticlimactic, and even perhaps because they'd seen the reveal early at Comic Con, which removed any surprise. Some praised the humor, some found bending the statistics and even going a little bit against the Prime Directive a little annoying. For me, it was entertainment. Did they go beyond the Prime objective? Possibly. Was it realistic? Well, let's face it, it's Star Trek. Was it entertaining? Yes. That's my opinion, and everybody has their own opinion. Were there a lot of mistakes in the writing? Yes. Was it a little more like a comic? Yes. Did it follow true Trek form? It didn't. Four and a Half Vulcan is a bold tonal swing. Funny, weird, interactive, and maybe a tad off balance. It explores identity, human versus Vulcan, in a playful, outrageous way, while grounding it in each character's emotional journey. Whether it's a hit or a miss, it's memorable, and that's what counts. What do you make of seeing Kirk and Scotty in the chaos? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And did the Vulcan transformation teach us more about being human or Vulcan? Let me know in the comments. It was logical to ponder in Starfleet, maybe. So, what were the key moments? Kirk and Scotty's rapport. That was one of the keys. Spock's ex- Beetle's breakup with Pike because Pike was just Vulcan and all work. Doug's comedic rescue. Again, let me know in the comments if you found this useful at all, entertaining. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help.